The most dependable method for deciding the orientation of a child is through clinical imaging like ultrasound or X-ray. During an ultrasound, the professional can imagine the child's genitalia, which can help decide whether the child is male or female. This should ordinarily be possible around 18 to 20 weeks of incubation. It's critical to take note of that while ultrasounds are exceptionally exact, there is a little opportunity of mistake. In uncommon cases, the specialist might misidentify the orientation because of the place of the child or different elements. Likewise significant, a few guardians decide not to figure out the orientation of their child before birth, and on second thought hang tight for a shock when the child is conceived. This is an individual decision and there is no set-in-stone response. Indeed, I'd be glad to give more data. Ultrasound is the most widely recognized and solid method for deciding the orientation of a child. Ultrasound utilizes high-recurrence sound waves to make pictures of the child in the uterus. During the test, the professional will utilize a transducer, a handheld gadget that produces sound waves and identifies their reverberations, to make a picture of the child's genital region. By taking a gander at the shape and position of the genitalia, the professional can generally decide whether the child is male or female. It's vital to take note of that while ultrasounds are profoundly exact, there is a little opportunity of mistake. In uncommon cases, the specialist might misidentify the orientation because of the place of the child or different elements. Nonetheless, the probability of misidentification is extremely low, and most guardians can feel positive about the exactness of the ultrasound results. At times, guardians might decide to have a further developed imaging test, like a X-ray, to decide the orientation of their child. X-rays utilize a strong attractive field and radio waves to make nitty-gritty pictures of the body's inside structures. While X-rays can be more precise than ultrasounds, they are likewise more costly and less generally accessible. Important, a few guardians decide not to figure out the orientation of their child before birth, and on second thought sit tight for a shock when the child is conceived. This can add to the energy and expectation of the birth, and can likewise set out open doors for sexually unbiased child showers and a nursery stylistic layout. Moreover, a few guardians might decide not to figure out the orientation of their child because of individual or social reasons, or to keep away from potential orientation disillusionment in the event that they were expecting a particular orientation. Generally, deciding the orientation of a child is an individual choice, and guardians ought to make the wisest decision for them. While clinical imaging is the most dependable method for deciding the orientation, its memorables essential